Hey, juniors. Welcome to your weekly breakdown for what am I talking about? The week of May 8th. Okay, so we are officially in Unit 10. Super exciting. World War II. Um, so if you scroll down here, I tried something new by not embedding documents and just having drop downs, so you can kind of see the unit objectives right here. All right. Um, so this unit is a little bit weird. This is a kind of bridge unit, and for a lot of you, not going to be the most important unit, but maybe the most interesting unit. A lot of you will not. This is practices, right? We already did the causes. We're obviously not at the effects of World War II yet. This is the practices. So a lot of you are not really going to choose these questions to kind of answer on an IB paper two. But this unit is going to help make sense of what comes in the HL unit for how the Americans get involved and what impact they make. So you have to understand the gist of it, but you don't have to understand the details of it unless you are someone who really wants to try and prepare for a practices question. So what the IB says, practices of war and their impact on the outcome. So types of war, civil wars, wars between states or guerrilla wars, technological developments, theaters of war, air, land, and sea, the extent of mobilization of human resources, and the influence and or involvement of foreign powers. All right, so the ones that we are going to focus on here are these two, right? Technological developments and the mobilization of human resources. So these are my objectives right here. Identify how and why World War I became a total war. That's supposed to say World War II. Tricked you? Describe the tactics used by the Germans at the start of the war, which allowed them to become so successful. Identify the major turning points of the Second World War. We're not going to get at that this week. That'll be kind of a next week thing. And evaluate how technologies impacted the outcome of war. For today, the big ones are the first one, the second one, and the third one. All right. Let's go take a look at the overview here. All right, so workload-wise, I don't think that this is the biggest week. All right, again, I'm trying to take it easy on you guys as much as possible. For step one, for the first due dates, so for A Day Monday, B Day Tuesday, the 18th and the 19th, watch the flips on the Second World War. That's supposed to say 10. 10.1 and 10.2, not 9.1 and 9.2, sorry. So that's going to be the war in Europe, and then the battle for Britain. That's what 10.1 and 10.2 are. You're going to watch World War II in color, episode 2, Lightning War. It's on Netflix. Really easy to find. I'm pretty sure all of you have a Netflix account. If you don't, let me know, and I'll see what I could do for you. But I think it's 50 minutes long. Some of it's kind of dry, but some of it's really interesting, and I think that some of you guys will get a kick out of that footage. And you're just going to hand in notes. You're going to take hand notes, snap a picture, hand it in. Couldn't be easier. For part two, all right, so the Thursday, Friday due date, you're going to complete the Europe chapter review questions. So chapter review questions for all of Europe. So that is 10.1 and 10.2 put together. And then you're going to do the British Total War assignment. And I want to explain what that is. So essentially the battle for Britain turned into a total war. You're going to research one group of people, all right? Women, children, minorities, or average citizens, non-military personnel. All right. I'm going to make this kind of super open-ended for you. You're going to look up their contribution to the British war effort during the battle for Britain. What did they do? How did they encompass the idea of a total war? How did they continue to live their lives despite war was going on around them? All right. I'm not going to make this a written assignment because you already have written notes and the written chapter review questions for this week. So it's going to be a video. This video, just like the other ones, 2 to 5 minutes. Just go in, kind of say what you found about that group of people. Again, it's important to keep track how World War II is a total war. So if you pick women, find a little source, summarize it a little bit, and speak it back to me. All right, that's all that I'm asking you to do, and I'm keeping it very open-ended on purpose because there are a lot of different nuances to how each of those groups made World War II a total war, and I want you to kind of do a little research and find one that you find interesting, okay? So that is the breakdown. As we continue to scroll down the page, the video I'm making now is going to be right here. All right, we've got our PowerPoint for 10.1 and our little flip video. All right, our PowerPoint for 10.2 and our flip video. 10.3 and 10.4 are not created yet. That's going to come next week, next week as you guys are watching this. The assignments are going to be here. We've got chapter review questions. The image isn't updated yet. The chapter review questions are up there, though. This is for the Europe, so this is what's due in the video that I'm making now, and then Russia and Africa are going to come later. We've got our buttons to Google Classroom down here. I included the shot, so this is exactly what you're watching, World War II in color. Season 1, Episode 2, Lightning War. You should all have no problem finding it. The 10.1 notes are right here. The Total War assignment you're going to upload right here. And then the Turning Point projects, that's going to be next week, so I'm not going to get into that because I don't want to confuse anyone. So that's your weekly breakdown. The flips are a little bit on the longer side, but hopefully you guys can retain the information you're supposed to. I'll make sure only important information is asked in the chapter review questions. And yeah, be good.